All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all the hopeful elect, pushing out this word in sincerity and in truth. This is Brother Dequar from the DC camp, coming back at you with another lesson, and I'm going to entitle it Roll with the Punches. It's an idiom lesson. I like to do those idiom lessons, them sayings that you have in the world. You gotta apply some of these to the truth, man. And this is one that I like to apply to this truth, man. You know, um, cause hey, if I want to first get the definitions of it. What the idiom is literally in martial arts, especially boxing, is to maneuver one's body away from a blow so as to lessen the force of the impact. All right, so if you're in a fight and you roll a punch, you know, it's not, you're not gonna feel the full impact of the blow, man. You know, and that's how we have to be. We in hell. We can't escape that hell, but you gotta, when you practicing, when you training, you know what to expect, man. So as to when these things happen, you know how to deal with them better, okay? And it's gonna lessen the blow, but you just gotta keep fighting. You're in a fight, so you gotta keep fighting. All right. Scriptures talk about being wise as serpents, as harmless as doves, man. This is how we have to. Hey, we in this world. You gotta. Hey, we gotta live in it. And this is a fight, man. We in this fight. This truth, this whole thing is a fight. Matter of fact, let me get second address. Where am I? Second address 7. And I start from verse 54. It says, "For we have walked in unpleasant places, and the faces of them which have used abstinence shall shine above the stars, whereas our faces shall be blacker than darkness. For while we lived and committed iniquity, we considered not that we should begin to suffer for it after death." Yeah. And hey, we committed iniquity, and now we suffering for it. So that's why we in this fight, And hey, what? We supposed to acknowledge our offenses and acknowledge our punishments, man. Accept our punishments, I should say, And hey, now we got mercy extended into us. So hey, now you just gotta fight for it. Fight for that salvation. Fight for that crown, the victory. It says, verse 57, "Then answered he me and said, This is the condition of the battle which man that is born upon the earth shall fight, that if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say." Right. So that's the condition of the battle which we're gonna fight. And if we overcome, we're gonna receive the sufferings, man. That's written. But if we get the victory, Salaki, if we get the victory, if we overcome, we're gonna receive what? The other thing, the blessings, man. And so, hey, knowing this, hey, the scriptures do say, what you must knowledge bringeth much grief. But knowing this, the Lord knows that we in this thing too, So knowing that, you gotta, hey, roll with them punches that you given. In this truth, in this walk, you're gonna face things that you don't like, man. But what are you gonna do? You gonna quit? You gonna be defeated, or you gonna keep fighting? All right. The second definition of it is by extension, to adapt to setbacks, difficulties, or adversity, so as to better manage or cope with their impact on one's life, man. So I did the video, Satan the Great Hinderer. We know that he's going to try to hinder us, man. That's why we have to be sober, man. We have to do the things that we've been equipped with, man. That we trained ourselves with to in order to bounce back from these difficulties. It's going to happen, but it's all to what? It's all to shaping your faith, man. Okay? Let me get what I want. I thought I had it. I ain't got it written down. Damn. Matter of fact, let me just get this then. This is 1 Peter 1 and verse Salakia. It's 1 Peter 1, verse 13. It reads, it says, wherefore, gird up the loins of your mind, be sober, and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahushua HaMashiach. It says, so it's just telling you to gird up the loins of your minds, man. You know? Gird them up. You got to have a strong mind in order to survive this thing, man. You're going to have bumps in the road, you know? But gird up the loins of your mind. Be sober, man. And hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought up to you at the revelation of Yahushua HaMashiach when the Lord comes. That's what we got to keep our mind on. Keep our mind on the prize. Because we know that this thing that we're going through is just temporary, man. But if you give up, if because you're in this truth and you keep giving up, you want to give it up, you're not going to get that victory, man. You're going to receive them sufferings. Okay? It says, as obedient children, not fashioning yourselves according to the form of lust in your ignorance. Right, because a lot of people, they didn't fully be born, they wasn't fully born again, man. They still held on to some of their former lust, former desires, man. So when they not receiving these things, they start to bug out and lose their mind, man. They get upset. They not used to that suffering, man. You know? But as he which have called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation. Because it is written, be ye holy, for I am holy, man. So we're supposed to be separate, man. Our minds is not supposed to be in this place. Because, hey, the lust of the world, the desires of the world, that can make you fall out. Okay? I like to see if I can find that. This is Luke 8 and verse 14. It says, and they which fell among thorns are they which, when they have heard, go forth and are choked with cares and riches and pleasures of this life, and bring no fruit to perfection. Right. So when you hear this when you hear this word, you know, you come into this thing. That's why the scripture talk about is being bitter and sweet. You have to know that. You have to eat the whole roll because, hey, these men, once the bitter came, you know, they didn't like it. Okay? He didn't like that word, the bitterness. So the seed fell among some thorns, man. You know? And the word got choked out of them because of the cares of this life, the riches and pleasures, man. You know? You got to already have it in your mind that, hey, whatever position that the Most High have you in, you know, you just got to deal with it, man. The Lord knows, man. The scriptures say that the very hairs on your head is numbered. You think he don't know the position that you in? He wants you to rely upon him, man. He said not a sparrow is not going to touch the ground unless it's his command. But all things work to the good of them, all things work to the good of the elect, man. Okay? So you should know what you up against. You know? This is Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 13. Yeah, this is Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 13. It says, consider the work of the Most High, for who can make that straight which he have made crooked? In the day of prosperity be joyful, but in the day of adversity consider. The Most High also have set the one over against the other, to the end that man should find nothing after him. See? So it's saying, consider the work of the Most High. If he made something, you can't make something straight that the Most High made crooked. If he wants you in a certain situation, which the scriptures already say that this is an error, us being under these devils, it's an error. You know? You can't make that straight. You can't hasten above the Most High, man. So whatever position you in now, you can't make that straight. The Lord gonna give you what he wants in due time, man. You know, but you endure. You endure what you got to go through, man. It's all for the betterment of yourself, man. It says in the day of prosperity, be joyful. If he give you something, be joyful about it. But it's also a flip side. In the day of adversity, you consider what? Consider that the Lord's hands is still in it. You know, he set one against the other to the end that you should find nothing after him, man. So the Lord is involved in everything, man. You got to accept the circumstances that you find yourself in, man. And you got to exercise your faith, man, because without that, you gonna fail. You know? You got to learn to roll with them punches that life deals you, man, because it's coming from the Lord, man. You know? I'm going to keep reading. It says, verse 15, all things have I seen in the days of my vanity. There is a just man that perisheth in his righteousness, and there is a wicked man that prolongeth his life in his wickedness, man. That's another error, man. You know? So that's a part of them punches that life is going to throw us in this world, man. In this world where the so-called white man rules, man. The devil, man. You know? So even though certain things seemingly is absurd, you know? If you're in a job, you know, and something keeps happening to you, somebody keep wanting to mess with you, man. You know? You got to understand that you got to roll with them punches, man. The Lord will vindicate you, man. You don't have to try to justify yourself, man. Okay? So when you faced with a situation that on the surface seems unfair, man, you have to consider, man. You know, don't judge the Most High because of what you win. You start doing that, you get all down on yourself, man. The Most High is aware of what you're going through. He involved in it. You know, he's trying to set you on the right path, but you're not considering. You keep fighting against it, man. Okay. So, hey, man, going back to that cricket situation, man. Whatever you going through, that cricket is that shit that's contrary, man. You know, to your expectations. But you gotta that's what people fail at, man. People start to fail when they set their expectations too high, man. You know? You gotta understand that this ain't our kingdom, man. This is not the kingdom of our Lord either. But we working towards that. That's that crown that we fighting for, man. You know? This is Proverbs 16 and verse let me see. Yep, it's the last one. Proverbs 16 verse 33, it says, the lot is cast into the lap, but the whole disposing thereof is of Yahweh. Okay? So, hey, and that's what they used to do. They used to cast lots, and they had to deal with those lots, man, because it was from the Lord. Same thing now. We back in our lots, man. You know? We are back in our lots. In other words, hey, this chance, time and chance, the scripture say time and chance happen to them all, you know, but it's due to the providence of the Most High, man. You know, he controls everything, the omnipotent power, man. Okay, that's why, hey, man, that's why it says gird up your loins, man. You can't, certain situations you just can't change, man. You know? You got to deal with it. The Lord makes everything happen, man. Matter of fact, let me get this real quick. This is Ecclesiastes 11 and 3, because this is Solomon, man. And he, hey, man, that's why he keeps saying in the time of his vanity, man. Because he really tested to see all the pleasures on the earth and if it was worth it, man. But anyways, Ecclesiastes 11 verse 3 says, if the clouds be full of rain, they empty themselves upon the earth. And if the tree fall toward the south or toward the north, in the place where the tree falleth, there it shall be. You see? So he used an example of nature, man. You know? a nature that's something to demonstrate pretty much a situation which you have no control over or you can't change when they take place, man. It said if it falls, there it shall be, man. You know, things going to happen that you can't control, man. So you are not to worry about them, man. But when they happen, I mean, you think upon them, you going through it. But when they happen, you consider it, man. Consider the Most High's hand in it and roll with them punches, man. Okay? And in this ministry, in this work that we doing, man, you're going to have certain things that you may not like, man. Especially because when you're going through this and you're in this truth, you're going to have, you know, troubles in the flesh, man. But it's to be expected, okay? Same thing, Timothy. Paul, first of all, Paul, you know, he was an expert at things that didn't go right, man. You know? But he kept on pushing, man. And at the end of it, he said he know he have a crown waiting for him, man. Okay? This is what he told Timothy, though. Okay? I'm gonna start from the top. 2 Timothy 4:2. It says, I charge thee therefore before the Most High and the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing and his kingdom. Preach the word. Be instant in season, out of season. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine, man. So at the end of the day, no matter what's going on, what season we in, man, you keep preaching the word, man. And it says do it with all long suffering, man. No matter who comes up against you, whatever happening in your walk, everybody's walk is different, man. Just keep preaching the word, man. You know? Just keep preaching that word, man. Bad things may happen, man. When you feel like you won't be appreciated, you doing everything right, man. But all that matters is how you gonna respond to it, man. You know? You gotta keep rolling with them punches, man. Keep focused on your task at hand, man. And preach the word, man, because that's our duty at this time, man. Okay? Hey, man. Well, let me see, man. I don't know. I think that's pretty much what I just wanted to touch on, man. You know, just a quick lesson, man. Because no matter what you're going through, the Lord knows what you're going through, man. And he said he's not going to put nothing on more. Matter of fact, let me get it, man. He won't put on more than you can handle, man. You know? Damn. Salakia. Yeah, this is 1 Corinthians 10 and verse 13. It says, well, let me that's good. This is 1 Corinthians 10 verse 11. It says, now all these things happen unto them for examples and samples, and they are written for our admonition, upon whom the ends of the worlds are come. Wherefore let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall. There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. Right. So with the temptation that you're going through, the Most High gonna make a way for you to be able to escape, man. It's all about the trying of your faith, man. You know, and then the longer you in this thing, you know that the Lord makes a way for you to escape. And when that happens, it builds up your faith, man. And you need that faith to be built up for the times that's coming, man. Because if you can't take these things that's going on now in your life now, how you gonna be able to bear it, you know, when the real showdown, the real fight starts, man. Right now we just training, man. You know, learning how to roll them punches, man. But the real fight is going to begin soon, man. So how you going to deal with that? Okay? But with that, hey, Lord willing, that was an edifying lesson, man. Till the next one, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem HaKadosh. I want to say shalom.